Imagine a phoenix rising from the ashes. That's the Neo-Assyrian Empire for you. Around 911 BC, they shook off their predecessors' dust and decided to make a name for themselves. They weren't just content with existing, they craved power. Located in modern-day northern Iraq, they started expanding. Their early kings laid the groundwork, but it was about to get intense. Buckle up, things are about to get very interesting. Let's talk about Ashurnasirpal II, one of the most formidable kings of ancient Assyria. This guy was all about military campaigns. He led numerous expeditions, expanding the empire's territory and influence. His military prowess was unmatched, and he was known for his ruthless tactics on the battlefield. He even had a hobby of carving gruesome scenes on palace walls. Talk about interior design. These carvings depicted his victories and the brutal treatment of his enemies, serving as a stark reminder of his power and authority. Then came Tiglath-Pileser III, a king who knew a thing or two about bureaucracy. He wasn't just a warrior, he was a master administrator. He reformed the army and administration, making the empire a well-oiled and terrifying war machine. His reforms included the introduction of a standing army and the establishment of provincial governors to maintain control over the vast empire. These kings and others like them weren't messing around. They were strategic, ruthless, and highly effective in consolidating their power and expanding their empire. They built a reputation, and it wasn't for baking delicious pastries. Their legacy is one of military might, administrative innovation, and a relentless drive for expansion. The Assyrian kings left an indelible mark on history, shaping the ancient world in ways that are still studied and marveled at today. The Assyrian army was a force to be reckoned with. Their military prowess was unmatched, and their strategies were ahead of their time. They were like the professional wrestlers of the ancient world, highly trained, disciplined, and always ready for combat. Everyone knew their names, and nobody wanted to get in the ring with them. Their reputation alone was enough to strike fear into the hearts of their enemies. They conquered vast territories, from Babylon to Egypt, expanding their empire to unprecedented lengths. Their campaigns were swift and brutal, leaving a trail of conquered cities in their wake. Their secret weapon? Besides iron weapons and chariots, which gave them a technological edge over their adversaries, they mastered psychological warfare. Think about it. You hear rumors of an army that skins people alive and impales their enemies on stakes. You're not going to put up much of a fight, are you? The mere thought of facing such a ruthless and efficient force was enough to make entire cities surrender without a single arrow being fired. Section 4. Governing an empire, Assyrian administration and innovation. Ruling a vast empire isn't all about brute force, though it helps. The Assyrians were surprisingly organized. They developed a sophisticated system of administration to keep things running smoothly. They standardized weights and measures, which might sound boring but was revolutionary for trade. They also had a postal service using relays of horses. Amazon Prime could learn a thing or two. Section 5. Cracks in the armor, internal strife and rebellion. Even the mightiest empires have their weaknesses. For the Assyrians, it was internal strife and rebellion. Imagine dealing with constant family drama while trying to rule millions. Conquered people, tired of Assyrian rule, saw an opportunity. They rose up in rebellion, weakening the empire from within. Section 6. The fall of a giant, the end of Assyrian might. The Assyrian Empire, once a formidable force in the ancient world, faced its inevitable decline. By the 7th century BC, the Assyrian Empire was like a house of cards in a hurricane. Its vast territories, stretching from the Persian Gulf to the Mediterranean, became increasingly difficult to manage and defend. Enemies smelled weakness and attacked from all sides. The empire's enemies, sensing an opportunity, formed alliances and launched coordinated attacks. The Babylonians, with a little help from the Medes, delivered the final blow, conquering Nineveh, the Assyrian capital, in 612 BC. This marked a significant turning point in ancient history. The once mighty empire was no more. Its cities lay in ruins and its people were scattered. And that, my friends, is how the mighty fall. The Assyrian Empire, which had once struck fear into the hearts of its enemies, was now a shadow of its former self. The Assyrians may be gone, but their legacy, both terrifying and innovative, lives on. Their contributions to art, architecture, and warfare continue to be studied and admired by historians and archaeologists alike. The story of the Assyrian Empire serves as a powerful reminder of the rise and fall of civilizations throughout history,